Hi and welcome back, strangers. This is my new video, and today, because I didn't want to talk about another kind of sad and a little depressing topic, I just look at the bright side of loneliness. So here are some perks I came up with. And before I start the topic, I just like to say that you may watch as I paint with ink this time, and I used these 3 new brushes which I bought. They were very cheap and I really plan to destroy them more in the future, but for now I just use them for a nice texture which you will see. I think everybody feels lonely, at least sometimes. If you don't, well, either you are lying or I envy you. No, but really, on the other hand, even though I wouldn't consider it as a nice feeling, it can be beneficial. For example, it encourages you to be more self-sufficient and depend more on yourself. This applies to multiple aspects of daily life, but let's define loneliness as a feeling/mental state of mind and actually being alone in real life. First, the physical aspect is that you can surprise yourself in many cases by accomplishing things you didn't think you could. Simple tasks as assembling a chair from IKEA despite not thinking you are handy, doing an itinerary for your next trip, or cooking. Everybody needs to eat, and yes, maybe you won't be the next winner of MasterChef, but you also don't need to be dependent on food delivery and scrambled eggs for your whole life. Obviously, you probably know somebody in your circle who is better cook, builder, painter, singer, and so on, but that shouldn't discourage you, and I know that sometimes it's much easier to just say never mind than asking for help from these people because the social interaction is more demanding than the thing itself. Which again brings us to you. If others can do it, why couldn't you? You see? Now, being left alone gives you space to improve yourself at your own pace. And don't even get me started on experiences. I know it's nice to share memories with someone, but when you are alone, you have complete control. You do what you want to do whenever you wanna, and there is no one who can spoil the moment with their bad attitude besides you. And again, taking a trip, small or big, by yourself is a big accomplishment. It also gives you time to think and sort through your thoughts. And that slowly brings us to loneliness as a feeling. Honestly, there it gets a bit tricky because everybody feels differently, and it actually, as I said, isn't a nice feeling to start with. So I had a really hard time coming up with some perks, but if I just start with my perception of loneliness, maybe that can help. I think that it can be hard because for me personally, I know I have people around me. I have many friends and people that I actually like, and I hope they like me, and I feel confident sharing, I don't know, my feelings with them. But sometimes even that can go badly, and some thoughts can get lost in translation, and maybe you won't get the full picture to the people, and it's hard to explain yourself sometimes. Even specifically with loneliness, like how can you feel lonely when you have people caring about you and you have, I don't know, some hobbies and purpose in life, but still you can feel lonely. Still you are feeling by yourself. And that can apply when you are sitting home alone, literally, or when you are in a circle of friends having a drinks, going on a coffee dates, but still you don't feel like you fit in. You feel kind of left out, or even despite your best efforts, you just don't feel the click with anyone. Like no one can actually feel what you feel, no one can actually understand it. And I think you're right, because nobody can actually understand you. Like you are left alone at this. Everybody has different coping mechanisms, everybody's feelings are different, everybody's way of thinking and thoughts and thought processing. Yes, there can be some similarities, and you can probably say that you relate to someone or somebody's thoughts and things they said, but still, you are your own person with your own feelings and own views about your life and your perception of the world. So on the bright side, when you come to terms with being alone with your thoughts and feelings, that at the end of the day when you lie in bed, you are just you, and there's nobody else who can see in your head, who can feel what you feel, it can be a liberating feeling. It's a freedom you get in exchange for being a bit lonely sometimes. Because as I mentioned, even with the physical aspect of things, being left alone to do things, being dependent solely on yourself, it's nice. It's nice when you can handle that. It's nice when you can handle you and be happy just by yourself, because you don't have to worry about anybody and you can make yourself happy. Still, I don't want to say that you don't need people in your life. I think you do, you definitely do, because human beings need to be together at least sometimes. The social interaction is a very positive thing in your life, and you actually need it for your brain to be happy and functional. So even if you don't really like it, you still need it. But being happy with yourself and being okay with being lonely, and accept the reality that maybe sometimes it's best for you to not share everything with everybody, because as I said, nobody can understand you better than you can. That can be a really nice feeling. And even though it's lonely sometimes in life, you are not alone in this. I think everybody kind of feels like this sometimes. So, yeah, it might not be your type of loneliness, but I try to explain you mine. So, again, maybe you can relate to something. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my new painting, and I will see you next time. Hopefully, again, it's some more cheerful and happy topic. Bye!